All right, so like I said, it's going to rain today, so we've got this concrete area here to do, so it's quite a large area, and then we got another concrete clean today and possibly another driveway today, so we can do 3 concrete jobs today while it's raining. That way we can get wet and whatever, and then we'll finish off that spraying job on Friday when it's sunny. So pretty much it. We just went up and we have had a problem customer for about 2 weeks now. We washed the roof down, killed a whole bunch of, let's see, she said a whole bunch of plants. We killed one plant and a little herb garden, and we killed a couple of things of an orchid in a tree. So to my defense, I cleaned the roof, it was perfect. The reason we killed plants was because of the gutter guards, and I was blowing out the gutter guards with my Lancaster lance, because there's a whole bunch of grime and moss and mildew over top of the gutter guard itself. So I blew out the gutter guards because I was trying to clean them. They complained about them, so I went back up the second day and blew them out. Because there was SH soap and all that embedded into that stuff, it's landed on the plants and the trees, and it's killed those situations. So we went back up there this morning because she's complaining about the back deck, and the paint is being stripped off it because it's 7 years old, and the chlorine off the back gutter, once again from cleaning the gutter guards, has landed on the back deck, and it's bleached the back deck. And I said to her, that deck is clean. All I would be doing is clean it with more chlorine or clean it with an acid to get it back to a standard. And she clearly refused me today, so I drove all the way up there to clean it and rectify the problem, and she refused me to clean. So I've just wasted an hour of my morning for a complaining customer. She's a tenant of that property, so we clean it for the real estate. So she's refused me to let me clean and resolve the problem to keep the problem going, which I don't understand. Like, I'm willing to fix and rectify the problem, which is cleaning the deck. I am not going to paint the deck because of the age of the deck and it was been neglected for so long. If the deck was freshly painted, yeah, I'll go through and paint it, I'll clean it all up. But number one, we wouldn't have had the damage to start with, because I wet down everything before I started. It was the fact that all the garbage coming out of the gutter guards and landed down on the bottom, and it bleached it before we can get back there and flush it all off the deck. So, and then with the herb garden, she complained about the herb garden, complained, and I had to stop her when we were walking around the house and said, right, I have to stop you here because all I hear is complaints, but I don't hear any resolving the problem. I'm up here to resolve the problem. How do we resolve this problem? And she's like, I'll just send an email to the real estate. Okay, but that doesn't solve the problem. She's like, I'll just send it in. So for me to find out that apparently the owner is pretty grumpy, and what she's trying to do without telling me is cover her ass if the owner comes back and said, oh, the deck is damaged. But then she won't let me clean the deck to rectify the problem. So I just don't get people that love living in drama. And if I knew this, I wouldn't have done that job. I just wouldn't have done that job. I would have overpriced it and not even gone there. But it was a job we quoted. They waited 4 months to get back to us, and they said, yep, go do it, because the tenant was complaining about the algae on the solar panels and stuff. So So we went back in, we did it, and now we got problems. But nothing that can't be resolved. It's just they won't let me resolve it. So it's really, really frustrating when customers are like that. And we're just lucky we get a very, very small percentage, but that percentage comes from real estates. We love real estates, but we just have problem tenants sometimes where nothing suits. It's not their house and they didn't want to get it cleaned, but you come in to clean and now you're messing up their routine. So all good. I just thought I'd vent, show you guys what happens behind the scenes. It's not all peaches and roses. This week has been just a big cluster mess up, but we just push through it and get it all done. So we're just going to focus on this. This is a nice return customer. We do a couple of churches and a school for them, so this should be a nice easy clean, and then we'll move on. So see what we get up to. Catch us. So I told you guys yesterday it's going to rain today. I forecasted it. I looked at the weather and look at it. Concrete looks good. Just put my rain coat on. My wife bought me a cat high vis one on a special, $100. So I just put that on. I'm nice and warm. It's nice and warm inside. She takes care of me. And then we're just going to chug along out there. Just going to pull my thing right up nice and close, and we're just going to push along. Quick follow-up. We've just finished all the concrete, as you can see. We had the secretary and one of the committee members come through, and they loved what we were doing, so they gave us the approval to do the solar and the building. We already quoted them. They just weren't quite sure, so I did a test patch on one of the doors and they were like, yeah, we're just going to get that done. So I've just finished that. We're probably hang on, what's the time now? Yeah, so it's 12:30, so we're probably about an hour behind where I wanted to be, but that's pretty good to add on those two things, because that gives us an extra $400 for about an hour's work. So, and we're already on site. We already had everything set up, and we're already downstream in this. So I've just finished spraying the back of the little church here. So I just finished spraying the back, and then I'm just pre-treating, post-treating the concrete, and then I'll rinse that, and then we're out of here and we move on to the next one for the day. We just got approved for that line marking we quoted yesterday. They pretty much got the go-ahead for it yesterday when they asked me to quote it, but they were just after a cost, so they pass it on to the client. So we've got that to do next week, to early mornings to jump into that one. So I've got to organise some paint, because I've got to organise the red and the yellow and the black. I've got some white at home. And we just got another lead to clean horse training centre. So really large complex, like horse stables and all that. So we've got to go out to that lead, which is going to be quite big, and yeah, see where the day takes us. I'm doing a resort quote. You know you rocked up to the right place when they got the Karcher out, and then they want a quote to do all the concrete area. Little tiny Karcher. And then they want to quote all that. You're not going to do that with a Karcher. But I'm just waiting for him to come out. So yeah, we just talked with the managers. So doing around the pool there. Pool's not that bad. Tennis court. We're doing all the driveway, all the pathways going to each villa, and there's 3 pathways going out to the beach. So pretty much all the exposed aggregate, all the platforms, all the car park. So we'll send that price in and see how we go. And then funny thing is, we rock up to the driveway wash we're meant to be doing for one of our previous customers, and there's 2 guys, 2 pressure washers washing it down already. So I did talk to her this morning via phone, but obviously she hasn't got my number saved, so she probably thought she was talking to those guys. So I wasn't going to stick around. I didn't film anything while I was there. I just took off. We got another driveway to jump onto, so we're going to jump onto that one. Pools frees up a little bit of time on Friday. Possibly have an early day or push on to the daycare centre that we got on the weekend. So we'll do that. And then that's just how things roll. We'll just keep moving. Bang, bang, bang. Probably a little bit of the wife's fault because she didn't get back to her on Monday when she called up and said, hey, can you do this? We were booked out, so we didn't know we could do it either. So, you know, it happens. You win and lose. But at least we get the house watch every year, which is big money. So, pretty much pathways, we're done here. Gonna move on to the driveway wash. So this is the driveway. So it winds up there, back up to the house. So we've done all the top section. We're just there. This is the tap halfway down the driveway. And then we park on the crossover. And then we've got this last little bit here. Probably won't get it all finished today. We'll bring it down to probably about here, pack up, and then we'll drop in tomorrow and just to knock out this last little bit. Should be nice and easy to set up with the tap just there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Waiting on a bit of water because it's got to come up the hill and it's got to come up into the house. So water is pretty slow on this job. So we just run out of water again. So we'll only fill up the tank one more time because it's about just after 4:30. So we'll go for another 10-15 minutes, clean up a little bit further, and then we'll fill it up at the next job tomorrow before we come back over.